Welcome to the midweek message, everybody. Welcome. And today I'm going to start out by reading from Psalm number 119, starting with verse 97. Oh, how I love your law. I meditate on it all day long. Your commands are always with me and make me wiser than my enemies. I have more insight than all my teachers, for I meditate on your statutes. I have more understanding than the elders, for I obey your precepts. I have kept my feet from every evil path, so that I might obey your word. I have not departed from your laws, for you yourself have taught me. How sweet are your words to my taste, sweeter than honey to my mouth. I gain understanding from your precepts. Therefore I hate every wrong path. Your word is a lamp for my feet and a light on my path. I have taken an oath and confirmed it, that I will follow your righteous laws. I have suffered much. Preserve my life, Lord, according to your word. Accept, Lord, the willing praise of my mouth, and teach me your laws. Though I constantly take my life in my hands, I will not forget your law. The wicked have set a snare for me, but I have not strayed from your precepts. Your statutes are my heritage forever. They are the joy of my heart. My heart is set on keeping your decrees to the very end. These are the words of God for the people of God. Now, one thing I've noticed, I'm what you would call an outdoor enthusiast, which is probably obvious to you by now. But whenever more than one outdoor enthusiast gets together, one of the number one topics of conversation is always, what are the best backpacks? What is the best hiking boot? And those kinds of things. We discuss outdoor gear and what is good and what lasts a long time and what's not so good and either doesn't last a long time, or, for example, if you're discussing footwear, they'll say, well, how long can you go before you start getting blisters and things like that? What gear is it okay to get from bargain bins? How can I equip myself for a week-long excursion without going broke? Now, most of the time, if you want to save money, you can shop around and you can maybe settle on some lower quality piece of gear and save on your budget. But there's one place you should never skimp on quality, and that's your knife. It's probably the most important of all the survival tools. I got this knife when I was 16 years old, and I've had it all these years. I've field dressed deer. I've cut through the breastplate of deer with this. I've cut down branches and made fires with this knife. You name it, I've used this knife for it. With a good knife like this, which if you take good care of it, you can do almost anything in the outdoors. But what if I would have, on my 16th birthday, if I would have gotten a knife that was poor quality? What would have happened is that just when I needed it most, it would have failed me. And I might have been in a real serious situation when that happened. So it never ever pays to skimp when you choose your knife. But you're thinking to yourself, Pastor, what has any of this got to do with our faith? Well, let me tell you. Just like if you were to buy a poor quality knife, a lot of Christians will tend to skimp on their spiritual growth. And just when they get in a stressful situation and they need it the most, it will fail them. Even a good quality knife, for example, has to be sharpened regularly to keep its edge, and if you neglect it, it's going to go dull pretty fast. Now, many Christians neglect the time that they spend in God's Word. God's Word.